Hi, I'm Belly. I never thought I'd be the type of person to pursue revenge, but then again, I never thought my mother-in-law would steal my son's respirator during a pandemic either. Let me back up. 3 years ago, my son Jamie was born premature. His lungs never fully developed, and he's been on a home respirator ever since. It's not just a convenience, it's literally keeping him alive. My husband Mark and I built our entire lives around Jamie's condition. We had backup power supplies, medical training, emergency protocols. Everything was perfect until March 2020 hit. "Belly, honey, how's my precious grandson doing?" Patricia, my mother-in-law, asked during one of her weekly visits. She sat on our couch, perfectly manicured nails drumming against her coffee cup. "He's doing great, Patricia. The new medication is really helping," I said, folding Jamie's tiny clothes. "You know, my friend Carol's grandson has been having breathing problems lately. Poor thing. She's so worried." "That's terrible. I hope he gets better." "Yes, well, not everyone has access to the kind of equipment you have here," she said, her eyes drifting toward Jamie's medical corner. I should have caught that tone, that calculating look. But I was tired, stressed about the pandemic news, and I trusted her. 2 weeks later, everything fell apart. I was in the kitchen making lunch when I heard Jamie's monitor alarm. Not the regular beep, the emergency alarm. "Mark! Mark!" I screamed, running to Jamie's room. My husband came flying up the stairs. "What's wrong?" "The respirator. It's not working right. Something's wrong with it." We called Dr. Chen immediately. She arrived within the hour, her face masked and worried. "When did you last have this serviced?" Dr. Chen asked, examining the machine. "Last month. It was perfect. What's happening?" Dr. Chen's expression darkened. "Belly, Mark, I need to ask you something. Has anyone else had access to this equipment?" "Just us and the medical supply company," Mark said. "Why?" "Because this isn't the respirator that was assigned to Jamie. This is a different model. Older. Less effective. Someone switched them." My blood ran cold. "What do you mean, switched them?" "I mean someone took Jamie's respirator and left this one in its place. Who has access to your home?" Mark and I looked at each other. "My mother has a key," he whispered. "Mark, no. She wouldn't. Call her, now." Dr. Chen's voice was firm. My hands shook as I dialed Patricia's number. "Hi, Patricia. I need to ask you something. Have you been in our house in the last week?" "Oh, yes, dear. I stopped by Tuesday to drop off some groceries. You weren't home? Did you go into Jamie's room?" There was a pause. Too long. Briefly, why? "Patricia, Jamie's respirator is missing. Do you know anything about that?" Another pause. "Missing? That's absurd. I'm sure you just misplaced something." "Patricia." My voice was steel now. "Jamie's life-saving respirator was replaced with an inferior model. Dr. Chen is here right now confirming it. I need you to tell me the truth." Silence. "Mom?" Mark grabbed the phone. "Mom, if you know something, you need to tell us right now." "Well," Patricia's voice came through, defensive now. "Carol's grandson needed help. He was dying, Mark. Dying. And you two have so much, I just thought—" "You thought what?" I grabbed the phone back. "You stole medical equipment from your grandson?" "I borrowed it. Carol's situation was more urgent. Jamie could have died. He almost did die because that backup machine isn't strong enough for him." "Don't be so dramatic, Belly. He's fine now, isn't he?" I hung up. My whole body was shaking. Dr. Chen put her hand on my shoulder. "I need to report this. This is medical equipment theft and child endangerment." "Do it," I said, looking at Jamie sleeping peacefully, unaware how close he'd come to disaster. "Do whatever you need to do." The next morning, Sarah, my best friend, came over with coffee and fury. "She did what?" Sarah's voice could have shattered glass. "Please tell me you're pressing charges." "I don't know what to do. Mark is devastated. It's his mother." "I don't care if it's the Queen of England. She stole Jamie's respirator." Sarah paced my kitchen like a caged tiger. "What does Mark say?" "He's been calling her all morning. She won't answer." My phone rang. Mark's sister, Jennifer. I put it on speaker. Belly, I just heard. I'm so sorry. I can't believe Mom would do this. You believe it happened? Of course I do. Mom's been talking about Carol's grandson for weeks. She kept saying how unfair it was that some kids get all the medical care while others suffer. I didn't think she'd actually... Jennifer's voice broke. Is Jamie okay? He's okay now. Dr. Chen got him stabilized and we have his actual respirator back. Wait, you got it back? How? The police went to Carol's house last night. Apparently, Carol didn't even know the respirator was stolen. Patricia told her it was a loaner from some medical charity. Oh my God, Jennifer said. What did Carol do? Gave it back immediately and called the police herself. She was mortified. Sarah leaned into the phone. Jennifer, this is Sarah. Does your mom have a history of this kind of thing? Not exactly, but she's always been entitled. She thinks she knows better than everyone else. And she plays favorites. Always has. Mark walked in then, his face gray. I just talked to my mother. And? I asked. She wants us to drop this. Says we're overreacting. That she was trying to help someone in need and we're being selfish. Selfish? Sarah exploded. Selfish? She said Jamie has 2 parents and lots of resources, while Carol's grandson only has Carol. She actually said we should be grateful she chose someone worthy of the equipment. I felt something snap inside me. Get her over here, now. Belly, now, Mark. If she won't come, tell her the police want to talk to her anyway. But I want her here first. I want to hear her explain this to my face. Jennifer's voice came through the phone. I'll be there in an hour. You need witnesses. Witnesses for what? Mark asked. For whatever happens next, I said. Because your mother is going to face consequences for this, Mark. Real consequences. Mark looked at me, and I saw the moment he chose sides. I'll call her. I'll make her come. An hour later, my living room was full. Jennifer had arrived with her husband, Tom. Sarah stayed, arms crossed, ready for battle. Dr. Chen had agreed to come back as a medical witness. And finally, Patricia arrived, chin up, acting like she'd been invited to tea. Really, Mark, this is all so unnecessary, Patricia said, not even looking at me. I'm sure we can work this out like adults. Sit down, Patricia, I said. Excuse me? Sit down. My voice was quiet but deadly. She sat, finally looking uncertain. Dr. Chen, can you explain to Patricia what could have happened to Jamie? Dr. Chen pulled out a medical report. The respirator you replaced Jamie's with operates at 60% of the capacity he needs. If Belly hadn't noticed the alarm when she did, Jamie would have experienced oxygen deprivation within 3 hours, brain damage within 6, death within 12. Patricia's face paled. But that didn't happen because we caught it, I shouted. Not because of anything you did. I was trying to help Carol's grandson. By killing mine? Don't be dramatic. You're both young. You could have more children. Jennifer gasped. Mom, what is wrong with you? Carol's grandson is her only family. She's a widow. She's alone. And that makes Jamie's life worth less? Sarah stepped forward. That's what you're saying? Some children deserve medical equipment more than others? Patricia stood up. I don't have to listen to this. You're all ganging up on me. Sit down, Mark said. Mom, sit down and listen. Patricia sat back down, but her face was defiant. Fine. What do you want from me? I want to understand, I said, moving closer. Walk me through your thinking. How did you decide it was okay to steal my son's respirator? I didn't steal it. I borrowed it for someone who needed it more. Jamie needs it to live, Patricia. Well, so did Carol's grandson. Then Carol should have gone through proper channels, applied for medical assistance, gone to social services, not had your steal from your own grandchild. Patricia's jaw tightened. You don't understand. Carol called me crying. She was desperate. The hospitals were full because of COVID. No one would help her. I saw an opportunity to do some good. By doing harm to Jamie? I left you a backup machine. An inadequate backup machine that almost killed him, Dr. Chen interjected. Mrs. Patricia, do you understand that what you did constitutes medical negligence and child endangerment? I'm his grandmother. I would never endanger him. But you did, Mark said, his voice breaking. Mom, you did. You put your friend's needs above your own grandson's life. That's not fair, Mark. You know I love Jamie. Do you? I asked. Because love doesn't look like this, Patricia. Love doesn't steal life-saving equipment. Love doesn't prioritize strangers over family. Carol isn't a stranger. She's been my friend for 30 years. And Jamie is your grandson, your own blood. Jennifer was crying now. How could you think this was okay? Patricia's facade started cracking. You all have so much. Mark has a good job. Belly has her family's support. Carol has nothing. I thought I was evening things out. Evening things out? Sarah laughed bitterly. This isn't robbing from the rich to give to the poor. This is stealing medicine from a sick child. I was going to return it in a few weeks when Carol's grandson was better. A few weeks? Jamie can't go a few hours without that specific respirator. I was shaking. Patricia, look at me. Look at me and tell me you understand what you almost did. She looked at me, and for a moment I saw something flicker in her eyes. Fear. Guilt. But then it hardened again. I understand that you're all overreacting. These things happen. Medical equipment gets mixed up all the time. Stop, Mark said. Just stop, Mom. This wasn't a mix-up. You deliberately took Jamie's respirator. You knew what you were doing. Fine. Yes, I took it. But I did it for a good reason. Doesn't that count for something? No, I said simply. It doesn't. There is no good reason to endanger a child's life. I'm sorry, all right? I'm sorry. Is that what you want to hear? Patricia was standing now, her voice rising. I made a mistake. I'm apologizing. Your apology means nothing to me, I said. Nothing. You don't apologize for almost killing someone and expect forgiveness. I'm his grandmother. I deserve another chance. You deserve prison time. Patricia's face went red. You ungrateful little... You've always been jealous of my relationship with Mark. This is what this is really about. This is about you committing a crime, Dr. Chen said firmly. Mrs. Patricia, I've already filed a report with the authorities and with the medical board. What you did is prosecutable. Mark, tell them this is insane! Mark looked at his mother with tears streaming down his face. No, Mom, it's not insane. What you did, that was insane, and I can't defend it. I won't defend it. Patricia looked around the room, seeing no allies. Her expression twisted into something ugly. Fine, fine. You want to destroy your own mother over this? Go ahead, but don't come crying to me when you need help with anything ever again. We won't, I said. She grabbed her purse and headed for the door. You'll regret this, Belly. All of you will regret this. Is that a threat? Tom asked, stepping forward. It's a promise. You think you can cut me out of Mark's life? Out of Jamie's life? I'm his grandmother. I have rights. You had rights, Jennifer said quietly. You gave them up when you endangered his life. Patricia's hand shot out and slapped Jennifer across the face. The sound echoed in the silent room. You ungrateful bitch, Patricia hissed. After everything I've done for this family... Mark grabbed his mother's arm. Get out, now. Or what? You'll have me arrested? Patricia laughed, but it was harsh, mean. Go ahead, try it. I'll tell everyone how you abandoned your poor mother, how you chose this woman over your own flesh and blood. I chose my son, Mark said, and I'd make that choice every single time. Patricia wrenched her arm free and stormed out, slamming the door so hard the pictures on the wall rattled. The police officer, Detective Rodriguez, sat in our living room 2 days later, notepad in hand. Mrs. Belly, can you walk me through the timeline again? I discovered the respirator malfunction at approximately 1:15 p.m. on March 18th. Dr. Chen confirmed it had been switched around 3 p.m. We realized Patricia had access to our home, and she admitted to taking it when we called her. And she gave it to Carol Whitman? Yes. Carol returned it immediately and has been cooperating fully. She had no idea it was stolen. Mrs. Whitman has given a statement, Rodriguez said. She's willing to testify that Patricia told her the equipment was from a medical charity loan program. Patricia forged documentation to make it seem legitimate. Mark leaned forward. Forged documentation? Yes. We found the papers at Mrs. Whitman's house. Your mother created fake letters from a non-existent medical foundation. This goes beyond simple theft. It's fraud, forgery, child endangerment, and medical equipment theft. Jennifer, sitting beside me, squeezed my hand. What happens now? We're filing charges. The DA thinks this is an easy case given the evidence and Mrs. Whitman's testimony. Patricia will likely face both criminal charges and civil liability. Good, I said. Mark flinched but nodded in agreement. After Rodriguez left, Sarah came over with dinner. How are you holding up? Honestly, I'm angry. Angrier than I've ever been in my life. You have every right to be, Sarah said, setting out plates. What Patricia did was unforgivable. Mark's family is split. Some of them think we're being too harsh. Too harsh? Sarah's eyes blazed. She almost killed Jamie. Mark came in from putting Jamie down for his nap. My aunt called. She thinks we should drop the charges. Says family is family. What did you tell her? I asked. I told her that family doesn't steal from family, and that if she can't support us, she can join my mother in exile. I kissed him. Thank you. I meant it. Jamie comes first, always. 2 weeks later, we were back in court for Patricia's arraignment. She stood there in a smart suit, her lawyer beside her, looking every inch the respectable grandmother. How does your client plead? The judge asked. Not guilty, Your Honor, her lawyer said. I felt Mark tense beside me, but we'd expected this. After the hearing, Patricia approached us in the hallway. Mark, please, can we talk? No, Mark said. Just 5 minutes, please. I'm your mother. You lost the right to claim that, I said, stepping between them. Belly, I know you're upset, but surely we can work this out. For Jamie's sake. He needs his grandmother. He needs to be safe. You're a threat to his safety. That's ridiculous. I would never hurt him. I love him. Then why did you steal his respirator? Jennifer had joined us, Tom at her side. I made a mistake. How many times do I have to apologize? Apologies don't erase almost killing someone, Tom said, and they don't erase that slap. Patricia's face reddened. I was upset. You were violent, Jennifer said, touching her still bruised cheek, and you threatened us. I didn't mean… Yes, you did, Mark said. You meant every word, and that's why I filed for a restraining order this morning. Patricia's mouth fell open. You what? You can't come within 500 feet of me, Belly, Jamie, or our home. If you violate it, you'll be arrested. Mark, please, I'm your mother. You can't do this. Watch me. Patricia looked around at all of us, her face contorting. Fine, fine. Keep your precious son away from me. But mark my words, when you need me, and you will need me, I won't be there. I won't be there for any of you. We're counting on it, I said. She left, her lawyer hurrying after her, and I felt the weight of months of stress finally lifting. 3 months later, Patricia was convicted. She received 2 years of probation, community service, and was ordered to pay restitution. More importantly, she was permanently banned from unsupervised contact with Jamie. How do you feel? Sarah asked, as we celebrated the verdict with dinner. Relieved, vindicated, and grateful. Grateful. That Jamie is safe, that Mark chose us, that justice actually happened. Mark raised his glass. To family, real family, the kind that protects each other. To family, we all echoed. Later, after everyone left, I checked on Jamie. He was sleeping peacefully, his respirator humming its steady rhythm. The machine that keeps him alive. The machine his own grandmother tried to steal. I kissed his forehead and whispered, You're safe now, baby. I promise. And this time I meant it. Because sometimes revenge isn't about getting even. It's about making sure the people you love are protected from those who would hurt them, even if those people are family. What would you do if a family member endangered your child's life? Have you ever had to cut off a toxic relative? Share your story in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more real-life revenge stories.